leadership in this session, our fellow speakers, and ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to everyone, and I'm speaking again, but this time I will be talking more about what Jakarta have done and what we try to do in the future and how we can perhaps collaborate together. And as I might also re-emphasize what Mayor Ahmad said earlier. I mean, as you know, we can learn a lot from him. I mean, he is the longest serving mayor in the history of Rotterdam. So no one beats him, 3 terms. So we can learn a lot. And as we often said here, what makes a city is the people. Even though the buildings were here, the structure were here, if the people have left the place, it's no longer called a city. And it's the people. And I think that's the core. And if I may re-emphasize on the importance of that. And that's also same paradigm that we are adopting when it comes to Jakarta. When it comes to our city, am I able to use this device? Okay, good.
Recording? Yeah.
So the pictures we're showing here is just an example of what is in our mind when we are transforming Jakarta. Why we're doing all of that? Look, this is just a brief fact about our city. We contributed 17% of the national economy. We have 3.5 million cars, 16 million motorcycles, and then the area is only 600 kilometers square. So it's 30 by 20 kilometers. And the last one, we produce waste at the daily rates of at the average around 7,500. 7,300, 7,800, that's the average 7,500 tons of waste every day. And for millions people are commuting every day. So you can imagine, this is the place in which people come, work in the economy, make money, go back home, enjoy life, and then have their experience in between. So we sort of look back and think, how do we divide or how do we classify where people are in our city? So we come up to the approach that there is first space, that is at home. Second space is at work or at school. And third space is where we can get together. The question is, where is that third space? Malls. People don't go to parks. Why? Because the park was not developed. The park was garden, not park. In Bahasa Indonesia, both are the same, taman. In English, it's park and garden. In major city, we have parks, but not garden. So we converted garden into parks by, get rid of all these signs. Dilarang menginjak rumput. Do not step on the grass. Do not step on the grass. And it converted. Why? So the people get together. So the third space is our objective when we create infrastructure. Why? So that people can experience the city. We left our home, taking our private cars, our private vehicles, reaching the office. We get to the parking lot, and the parking lot was so spacious and so cheap, so that everyone is taking the cars, and then there's no interactions except with your co-workers. In between, there's nothing. So major infrastructures that was built, not for the sake of infrastructures, but it's for the sake of transforming our society to be a city in which the citizens were interacting. The citizens were feeling that this is a place where we live together. Not just we live in the same city called Jakarta, but we're interacting with one another. So look at these pictures. This used to be road completely for vehicles, and it is converted into pedestrian. And when it comes to pedestrian, immediately you address one challenge that Jakarta has been having for many years. Jakarta is a segregated city without we realizing it. There are those who live in the kampung and there are those who live in the complex. And it shows different socioeconomic status. Wherever we go, we can see how people are being treated. Where they park, it reflects their status and their